Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 2017. We're playing as Arsenal. This is episode 5. In today's episode, we have two huge matches once again. We are facing Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge, and we're going to be playing against Manchester United. I will play the Leicester, Crystal Palace and Swansea match off camera. It's currently the 14th of December. We are just around the January transfer window. Let me know in the comment section down below players you'd like me to sign. Unfortunately, Lucas has picked up a groin injury and he is out. How long for? I'll go into the tactics and see. So is Sanchez. So Sanchez and Lucas are out against Chelsea, which is quite huge. Van Ginkel is unregistered and Danilo is out. Anthony Martial is the top goal scorer on 22 goals for me. Theo Walcott with the highest average. Theo once again with the assists. Xhaka with the passing. Walcott with the player of the month. Hector Bellerin with 7 yellow cards. And Koscielny with 2 reds. We scored 39 goals in the Premier League, which is great. And we have the second highest attendance. So, let's face Conte's. I reckon they're going to be playing Conte. But Conte here today. We're 1 point ahead of Tottenham Hotspur in first. Tottenham are second. Liverpool are third. Chelsea are fourth. Everton are 5th, Man United are 6th, and Sunderland are 7th. Davy Moisey is doing quite well with Sunderland. Pep Guardiola, on the other hand, is currently sitting in 11th. I have seen it from time to time that Pep Guardiola can get sacked from Manchester City, but this is bad. There's roughly, 38 matches in the Premier League? We're in December now. We're just around the corner to the January transfer window. We're roughly around about halfway. They should be doing a lot better than that. Bournemouth, Middlesbrough, and Hull are in the relegation zone. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section down below players you'd like me to sign for January. Also, while you're down in the comments, let me know if you want to see more Football Manager on this series. If you leave a like as well, it's a great way for me to gauge if you want to see more of these type of videos. So, in the last episode, we managed to win we managed to smash Manchester City 3-0, which is awesome. Mustafi, Sanchez and Martial picking up goals. Unfortunately, we lost 2-1 against Tottenham, which was disappointing. Lucas did pick up the goal, sorry. Everton, we managed to beat in the quarterfinals 2-1. Everton, we managed to beat 5-1 in the Premier League. Martial scored a hat-trick and Giroud with the 2. We also beat Benfica 3-0. to get the leading the group. West Brom, we managed to beat 3-0 as well. Iwobi, Martial, and Ozil getting up on the score sheet. We're currently facing Sevilla. At least we're not facing Bayern, which is great to see. Spurs play Atletico. Leicester play Villarreal. Yes, they're in the round of 16. They're in the knockouts, Leicester. Good on them. Benfica play Juventus. Borussia Mönchengladbach play Real Madrid. And Sporting play PSG. Cool. Okay, let's have a look at the stats. Wow, Anthony Martial is the top goal scorer, followed by Zaza and Diego Costa. Theo Walcott has the most assists. He's also travelled the most distance in the Premier League. That's nuts. Ben Mee here has had the most tackles. And Walcott has the best at hitting a target. So not only has he picked up the most assists and travelled the most distance, this guy is very good at hitting a target. He is just on fire at Arsenal. 27 years of age, worth £30 million. Here are my finances and stuff. You're most welcome to pause and have a look at some of this other stuff. But let's get stuck into Chelsea here today. We're going to play a 4-4-2. Unfortunately, we don't have Lucas, so I'm going to be playing Giroud instead of him. He's going to be my target man. We have a couple of options with Sanchez. We can go with Iwobi, Oxlade, and Inept. I'm going to play with Iwobi because he's been playing a lot better. He started 5 and come off the bench 5. He started 4, he's come off the bench 5 times. He has 2 goals compared to Inept, who hasn't started, and he's only come off the bench twice. So we're going to be playing Iwobi as the inside forward, but I will bring on Inept for Lucas, and I'm going to be bringing on Coquelin for Sanchez, because I think Coquelin's better than El Nene. Surprisingly, this is a really interesting stat that I saw here. Where is it? Now, you all should know, where's compare? No, where is... I'm going to have to click on them again. So there's Coquelin. El Neni. Now, if I compare them, it should just come up. Where are we? Compare with Coquelin. Yep. This is fascinating, right? So, Mohamed El Neni is a more of defensive midfielder. Coquelin's more of a ball winner, but he can actually track back. Now, Coquelin has better defending than El Neni. They are roughly pretty similar in stats. He's 25, he's 24. He gets 20k more than Coquelin, which is interesting. El Neni does have better mental and physical, only by 1. Coquelin has more speed in defending. Same vision, same attacking, same technical, same aerial. Coquelin is lighter, but is a little bit shorter. So I'm going to be playing Coquelin as my defensive midfielder in this match against Chelsea if we need it. Team report-wise, competitions, we've been drawn against Sevilla, like I said. If we can win the Premier League, that's what I'm going to be focusing on. But, you know, we'll just sort of have to see how we go on that. I'm focusing on the Premier League. If we can win the Champions League, that'll be superb, but we might focus that more on next season. Don't care about the FA Cup, don't care about the EFL. If we get to the final, I'll play it, but so be it. I don't really care. Anything else I should look at? Not really. I think we should just get stuck into Kante's side. Yeah, we're out of money. Yeah, I think I'm pretty well happy with everything at the moment. I'm not forgetting anything, going through this. No, let's face Kante here today. Okay, so we are a little bit weak without Lucas and Sanchez. We are the favourites. 11-5 for them. Okay, this is interesting formation. They're playing a 3-4-3 wide. Diego Costa leading the line. Eden Hazard, Oscar on the left and right. Marco Alonso, Matic, Kante, and Azpilicueta. It's interesting to see Matic and Kante just really drop so far back there. I think they'd be more here on at least the halfway line. John Terry, Zuma, David Luiz, and Courtois. Then you got Begovic, Ivanovic, Pedro, Batshuayi, Mikel, Cahill, and Willian on the bench. We need to pick up the 3 points against Chelsea here today in the piss-pouring rain away at Stamford Bridge. Walcott on the ball. Oh, okay. I can see what we're trying to do there. Trying to get it to... Oh, it's a corner kick. Ozil puts it. Zuma. Matic tackles Xhaka. And Chelsea have a counter-attack here, but we managed to break it down quite easily. Okay, I reckon the 4-4-2 can beat the 3 at the back. It's going to be interesting to see how it all... Oh, wow. Oh, you're kidding me. Ozil in a very dangerous situation. Misses by the smallest of margins. And Hector Bellerin has just picked up a yellow and Walcott is offside. From the header, Diego Costa finds Hazard. Kante at the edge of the area. Dangerous from there. Puts it at the back post to Eden Hazard. Scores his 4th goal of the season. Damn it. Kante whipping it in. Ozil, like, why isn't Gibbs tracking him? Should be higher up there. That's bad. I know you're not a defender, Ozil, but unlucky, I think. 1-0 down against Chelsea. Damn. Xhaka, Ozil, Giroud. Walcott's breaking away, finds Martial. Anthony Martial. He came from France. The English press said he had no chance. Makes it 1-1 just before the 24th. Scores his 23rd goal of the season. I forgot to show you this crazy stat that I was going to mention at the start of the episode, but I forgot. This is awesome. Anthony Martial has scored more goals in as many games as he did for United. He's played 15 games for Arsenal and scored 12. At Man United, he's played 31 and scored 11. £40 million is an absolute beast. And like I say time and time again, this guy could be the next Thierry Henry. I know it's controversial. I know it's going to be hard to live up to the Frenchman, but he's just rose to the occasion here. Instantly brought us back in. That's what I like to see, Anthony Martial. We also brought in Inept and Cesc Fabregas in the first transfer window in the July and August. But that's what we brought in. I just need to have a quick sip of water because my voice is a little bit sore. I've been doing a lot of recording today. Been a lot of fun. You're joking. Are you fucking kidding me? Martial couldn't let me have a sip of water. That's a great ball over the top. Ozil finds Martial. Zuma and David Luiz pipped at the post. Oh, beaten. It was Courtois pipped at the post. But that is great. We're 2-1 up against Chelsea. And Martial is on a hat-trick. I'm incredibly curious. I'm incredibly can't even fucking speak. I'm getting tongue-tied. Not only do I have a sore throat, then I'm getting tongue-tied. Let's wait until the second half. Yeah, Anthony Martial's on a hat-trick. Let's hope Hector Bellerin doesn't have a very severe injury. What's happened? Potential thigh injury. That's not good. He's at 67. I could bring him off, but I don't really have anyone. Jenkins. I can play Paulista. Maybe Inept or Coquelin can play better there. 1.5. What was Paulista? 1.5. What about Inept? Oh, I don't want to do that. Jesus. Inept. It's time to go and goal. Right, I think we're going to have to bring on... Well, can Paulista play at left then? I was going to say I'm quite happy to swap with someone. Is Mustafi or Koscielny a little bit more experienced on the right? Mustafi is. But how's Paulista? No, Gabriel Paulista can probably play alright there. I'm going to bring Hector Bellerin off and I'll put Mustafi on the right. But we're only like 1-0 up, so I'm very sort of cautious. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll chuck Mustafi at right back and we'll put Paulista with Koscielny and partner him. So we're essentially playing 3 centre-backs and a full-back. Should I try and change anything else up? I do want to bring on Cesc Fabregas at some point. So we'll leave it at that. Let's start the second half and see how we go. But Mustafi... Oh, damn, man. Martial puts it into the back of the net, but it's offside. Denied his hat-trick against Chelsea. Czech bombs it up. Ozil wins the header. Martial, Giroud, Walcott. Oh, finds Iwobi. The youngster who's just turned 20 has really, really stood up to the absence of Alexis Sanchez. Walcott. Oh, Martial didn't really go for it, but Iwobi, cool, calm and collected, slots it home, and we're 3-1 up against Chelsea. Huge. A huge rivalry within the league, and Ozil's picked up an injury. Oh, wow, potential knee. Everything's crumbling around us, guys. We're going to bring on Cesc. At least we have these options to do so. I want to keep him as an attacking playmaker, go support and attack compared to a deep lying, which is defense and support. I honestly think we can go on and score more. We're doing so well. What are the stats? Jesus. 12-6 on target, 6-3. If they score another goal, we could go 5 at the back, but we'll just sort of have to see how we go. I just feel like we've got such great momentum. If we can score another, we can probably go on to score another 2. Are you joking? What was that shit? Right. We are up against Chelsea. I'm going to go with the 5 at the back. We're going to park the bus at Stamford Bridge now. Go with the 5 at the back. Can I bring on any other defensive players? No. This would have been better if Bellerin didn't pick up an injury. How's our familiarity with this? Not bad, but we're just need to shut up shop, I think, because I don't want to lose the 3. I don't want to lose the points at Stamford Bridge. So we'll play Giroud up front. I think no, we need to play Martial, not Giroud. We just need to change things up here. It's just going to be difficult because we need another defensive player for it to really, really work out. So we'll play Martial up front as the complete forward. We'll play Iwobi just there. We might need to bring on another midfielder for it to work properly. So Xhaka go deep. And then we'll make Fabregas go deep as well. And then we need a defensive midfielder. We could go with Coquelin, but I'm going to go with Ramsey because I didn't really see how much match fitness he had. That's bad. But then we're out of substitutes. Who's probably the best at that right back position? Probably Walcott. Plays the fullback. That's shit, though. That really, really is shit. We could change it up. But Martial scored 2. We can't take him off. We can't play Giroud there, can we? We can do this. We just need to tinker with the squad a bit. Now, how does a Wobie play here in the midfield? Yeah, no, I'm going to have to bring on another deep line. But the thing is, right, we could bring off Walcott and we could bring on Ramsey, who's actually a lot better than Walcott there. But then we have a Wobie in the midfield. Right, undo this. Right. We'll redo this. I need to redo the whole thing and rethink it. So Martial up front. We need him up front. Complete, right. Iwobi inside forward. Defensive. And we need someone here to go defensive. I actually might just keep Walcott there right back. Because I want to keep Anthony Martial up front because he's very, very quick. We'll bring on Ramsey for Giroud, but I'm going to drop Xhaka back there. So go deep lying, go deep lying, go deep lying. We're just going to sit back and soak up the pressure. That's what I want to do. So we're going to bring on Mustafi. We'll play Walcott as the fullback. He's the weak link. That's the problem. So who's going to be my central defender? It's going to have to be... Mustafi plays on the right more there. Right, so ball winning. Central. Gibbs can fullback. So I think that is okay. I think I'm happy with that. It's just that we lost Hector Bellerin. It sort of threw everything off. So we're going to play a 5 at the back now. The Jose Mourinho style. Park the bus. This is the first time we've used it this season, which is hilarious against Chelsea. But we haven't had the lead and kind of felt like they could come back because that cheese goal was ridiculous. Okay, so I just want to double check all this before we continue because I don't want to lose this match. I want to be right, not wrong. Right, cool. Right, cool. We have only got a couple more minutes. Let's soak up the pressure. Mustafi, that is just bad. Like, look at that. Not good. Not good whatsoever. But if we can score a goal with this 5 at the back formation, it might be alright. It might be great. Gibbs. Here we go. Kieran Gibbs. Ah, sprays it wide. Right. What has he done? Potential hand injury. Does he have to come off, does he? Come on, you've only cut your hand. Man up. How have you cut your hand in football? There's someone throwing like a can of beans at you or something. Xhaka. Fabregas finds Martial. Unselfish, trying to get it over the top for a Wobie. Gibbs puts in a great tackle. But Xhaka, what's he done? Oh, he's picked up a red. Come on, man. We're going to have to play with one man down. Because Xhaka has just picked up a red. It's actually not bad that he's lost it there. We'll drop who's actually better defensively? Fabregas or Ramsey? This is a very fascinating, especially for me playing. I'm sorry if it's a little bit boring to watch. Ramsey has the better defending and physical. We'll chuck Ramsey back then. Because this is, you got to tinker. This is the way you win in Football Manager. So we'll do this. We'll have the red card. Oh, we could even... Nah, we can't really drop anyone back like that. So Ramsey... Why is he not very good playing there at deep lying? How's Fabregas back there? Nah, we're better off. We're better off just keeping it as it is. Because they're actually pretty good deep lying in the midfield there. We'll keep it like that then. Damn, we're one man down. It's all fallen apart against Chelsea. Gibbs has cut his hand. Bellerin's... Oh! Wah-wah-wee-wah. Oh my god. Saved on the line. Bloody Borat impression there. Oh, wow. Peter Cech bombs it. Martial trying to get to the header. Man, we didn't do bad without Sanchez and Lucas. Fabregas. Iwobi. That nearly hit the ref then. Fabregas! Cesc Fabregas has sealed the deal against his former side. Scores his 4th goal of the season. 5 at the back. We prevail 4-2 over against Chelsea, but it might be 4-3, and it is. Oh my god. Marco Alonso. That's a great strike. There's not much we really can do about that. Gets it on his left. Fires it past Peter Cech. There's a lot of actually players facing their former side. Peter Cech is, of course. Xhaka has picked up the red. A lot of my players have injuries. Is this it? Come on, Iwobi. That's a foul. It is a penalty in the 87th. And is David Luiz off? Yes, David Luiz has been red carded. This has got to be one of the most fanatic and just skitsy matches I've ever played. Fabregas makes it 5-3. This is nuts. This is absolutely bonkers. Scores his 5th goal. 5th goal of the season. Puts it and hits the left of the net, inside of it. We're 5-3 up against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. It kind of reminds me when Chelsea battered them not too many seasons ago. Oh, we nearly make it 6, but it is full time at the bridge. It is a 5-3 match. 8 goals. We had 16-9 on target. They had 11-6. The 5 at the back worked. We parked the bus and then we countered with 2 goals. Anthony Martial scores 2. Iwobi with the 1 and Fabregas with the 2. We did not do bad. We fought valiantly to the end. So much stuff went wrong. Sanchez and Lucas were out with injuries. Hector Bellerin and Ozil had to come off with injuries. And then Xhaka got a red card. So Hector Bellerin's at 4 to 5 days. He's actually picked up a couple of injuries this season, which is a little bit worrying. He doesn't have an injury trait anymore. I don't think he does. He only had a hand. Oh no, it was Gibbs had a hat. Oh, Gibbs picked up an injury. Xhaka's out for a match. So it doesn't look like Ozil actually picked up a injury in the end because we took him off. So Ozil's out for 4 to 5 days. Mustafi's picked up 5 yellow cards. He's banned, and so is Xhaka. And Lucas comes back in 1 to 4 days. So guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play the match against Leicester, Crystal Palace and Swansea off camera. We'll play the match against Manchester United in today's episode. It should be good. We did lose earlier in the season to them 3-2 and we need to pick up the points. And then in the next episode, yeah, we're going to be in the January transfer window. Probably play the match against Liverpool and I don't know, probably one of these matches in here because we're not facing a top 4 side for a while. Maybe the match against Sevilla, maybe one a little bit earlier. Let me know in the comments players you'd like me to sign. We're going to need to sell some players though. That's the thing. But I hope you enjoyed that 5-3 victory over Chelsea. I sure as shit did. Man. Hey guys, welcome to the second match of today's episode against Manchester United. We're facing them at the Emirates. Unfortunately, we did lose earlier on in the season to Jose Mourinho's side. I did play a couple of matches off camera. We had a 0-0 draw against Leicester, a 2-0 victory over Crystal Palace, Martial and Sanchez picking up the goal, and the exact same happened in the match against Swansea, the 2-1 victory, Martial and Sanchez. But that match against Chelsea was absolutely manic. It's currently the 31st of December, one more day until January. Let me know in the comment section down below players you would like me to sign. We don't have any money, but hopefully we can try and move on some players like Welbeck because he's injury prone. I don't trust him, and hopefully Mertesacker. There's some interesting emails we need to go through. Anthony Martial nearly won the Ballon d'Or, and I reckon he should have, if I'm being honest. So we're currently first, followed by Tottenham in second, Liverpool third, Chelsea fourth, Manchester City in seventh, Jose Mourinho in 10th. He could get sacked, if I'm being honest. They finished 5th last year. In real life, if they finished in 10th, I don't think they'll sack Jose, but Football Manager is a little bit more relentless and not forgiving. Middlesbrough, Hull and Burnley in the relegation scrap. Now let's just go through these emails now. But what I've noticed in Football Manager 2017 that there's not as many transfers as 16. I swear like in previous Football Managers they'll just splash the cash and managers would get sacked left, right and centre in November and in December. So Martial wins the French Player of the Year, followed by Griezmann and Payet. He wins the Golden Boy Award. He doesn't get in the Team of the Year, but he gets into the substitutions, which I think is bullshit that Suarez got in there over him, and so did Messi, when I show you and compare the stats. So Martial came third in the Ballon d'Or. Apparently, I think, isn't it in his contract that if he wins the Ballon d'Or at Manchester United as well, he gets like a ridiculous amount of money? So, right, Messi won the Ballon d'Or with 23 appearances, 10 goals, and 10 assists. That's in all competitions. He came off as a sub twice. Okay, so that's technically 24 games. Anthony Martial in 28 games scored 26 goals. Yes, 26 goals. 9 assists, so he got more than twice as many, nearly closer to 3 times as many goals as Messi. Messi did pick up 1 more assist. For some fucking reason, he's got an overall 8 rating. That's because of the old competitions, but Martial has a 7.6. Okay, he doesn't win. He doesn't come first, Anthony Martial. However, Suarez beats him. This is a joke. 22 games played, 2 coming off as a substitution. Or is that... Yeah, so that's 24 technically, right. Suarez scores 18 goals and only 6 assists, but gets a 7.8. This rating system is bullshit. It should be based on goals and assists there. Martial's been robbed. He should have won the Ballon d'Or. So let's get stuck into Manchester United here today. We're only 3 points ahead of Tottenham. We're currently still focusing on the Premier League. If we can win the Champions League, it'll be great, but we'll just have to see. So Martial's 26 goals, highest average rating. Walcott with the assists. Mkhitaryan is out with a twisted knee, which is great. Phil Jones as well has got a sprained ankle. And Luke Shaw is out with a facial injury. So Luke Shaw is out with a facial. I wonder how many times that joke's been made. But you don't want to wish an injury upon anyone, obviously, in real life. But this is the game. It's going to help us win. So we're going to have a 4-4-2. Martial, Lucas leading the line. Sanchez, Ozil, Xhaka, Walcott in the midfield. After that match against Chelsea, I'm happy to see Sanchez and Lucas on the score sheet. Gibbs, Kashani, Mustafi, and Hector Bellerin. Should I sort of change things up a little bit? We've got Espino, Giroud, Fabregas, Paulista, Oxlade, Iwobi, and Ramsey. I think I'm quite happy with that. I'm really quite happy with that. So we are favourites to win, 4-6. They're 7-2. They're in 10th. They've lost to West Ham, Watford, Swansea, Tottenham, Everton, and Burnley. We've lost to Tottenham, United, and Sunderland it was. They're playing a 4-4-2. Ibra leading the line, followed by Juan Mata, Lingard, Pogba, Carrick, and, okay, Valencia in the right midfield position. Defensive? Daley Blind, Eric Bailly, Chris Smalling, and Johnny. Now, he's called Otto in-game. I did learn this from the first time we played United, because I was like, who the fuck is Otto? But it's actually Johnny, 22 years of age, £18 million from Celta Vigo. Not bad as a Manchester United supporter myself. He looks alright. We've got a decent right back now. I'm not implying that Darmian isn't, but he's a good player, Johnny, and so is Darmian. Getting some more competition for that right back position. So let's get stuck into United. We need to beat Jose Mourinho here today. We've got a couple of players. We've got Martial facing his former side. Right, what's going on here? Koscielny. Mustafi whips it over the top to Lucas. Valencia's not going to pick up. Valencia's picked up the crumbs. Juan Mata on the ball. Finds Jesse Lingard, Pogba and Carrick combined. Some nice footwork here from United, but they're creating way too much space. Lingard had to press it from the edge of the area, but it wasn't to be. Okay, we're winning our fair share of headers. Hopefully we can get a couple of more of them into the box. Lucas gets dispossessed. Mata just bombs it up to Ibra. Pogba and Mata really containing this match. We just need a good tackle in. Xhaka has just been made to work there. Come on, Jesus. Zlatan from the edge of the area blasts it over the bar. It is still 0-0. Away. Oh, no, we're at home, aren't we? Yeah. At home against Old Trafford. United. Pogba. Lingard. They're not doing bad. They're just really holding up the ball here, United. As soon as we get it, we can counter and break them. They have a lot more expensive players than they do. They have a lot more expensive players than me, but what the fuck is this shit? Lingard whips it over the top to Mata. Mata, okay, right. Mata hits it, but Mustafi gets a foot onto it. What are you doing? You got to clear that, man. We're 1-0 down against United. Right, we've got the ball back, but Xhaka just heads it straight to Blind. And they're back on the attack here, United. Wow, Zlatan Ibrahimovic just denied there. I'm going to be fascinated to see at halftime what are the stats. Oh, that was a dangerous ball in. We have the throw in. Maybe we can press from it. 1 more minute before extra time. Let's have a look at the stats. I think Juan Mata was probably going to score that goal anyway. He got really close into the box. So, we've had 6 to their 8, and they've had 1-1. This should be a lot closer. Could be 1-1. But it's only one. We're only 1-0 down. We're not down and out for the count. 46 to their 54. I don't think I want to make a substitution just yet, but Alexis Sanchez gets fouled by Valencia. Can we get this ball in? It didn't amount to anything in the end. Carrick. Juan Mata. Zlatan. Wow. That was close. That was a tough one. Martial's offside. Hopefully he can score against his former side. Right. What are the odds here? It's coming to the 70th minute. Smalling has a yellow. Alright, it's time to make some substitutions. Let's bring on Cesc Fabregas for Ozil, playing him as the advanced. We can bring on... who? We've got a Iwobi. We've got Giroud. Let's bring on Giroud for Lucas. Make him my target man. And we can bring on Oxlade-Chamberlain. Or we can keep it as it is. We can bring Gabriel Palista, or someone could pick up an injury. Because I don't want to bring on a Iwobi for Sanchez. I want to keep Sanchez on. I don't want to bring on Ox for Walcott, because he's at 60%. Ramsey, I think Xhaka is actually okay. And defensively, I don't think it's a good idea bringing on a defender. So, all my substitutions, tactically, not really going to work. Maybe, if we go with a 5 at the back, if we manage to get 2 goals. But I want to try and push on and win this. Zlatan's just picked up an injury. Come on, we need to press this. From the corner kick, Rooney bombs it in. Chris Smalling rises to the occasion, and we let him score his first goal of the season. God damn it, we're 2-0 down against United. Smalling, Fabregas. Are you fucking kidding me? Why is Fabregas marking him? That is just absurd. Walcott. Giroud. We should have converted that. Come on, we need to smash David De Gea's clean sheet. Fabregas. Alexis gets tackled. And that's the full-time whistle blown. We can't seem to beat Jose Mourinho. A Jose Mourinho United. Damn it. It's the Jose Mourinho curse under Arsenal. Damn. The Arsene Wenger thing. Right, they had 14, so did we. They had 4-2. We should have picked up a goal. We were very, very unlucky in that match, if I do say so myself. We're still in first. United go up, but we're still only 3 points ahead of Tottenham. I think it might change, though, once we get to here. Southgate spotted at the Emirates. No, we're still in first, but Tottenham have to play their match. They could go... No, they go even with us if they win their match. But guys, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my social media links, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And stay tuned for more videos on my channel. Guys, there are download links if you want to use the UI mods and sort of graphics mods in the description below for Football Manager. I highly recommend it. Also, if you want to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, some cheap PSN and Xbox codes, check out my G2A affiliation link. Fixtures-wise, we've got Liverpool coming up. What else have we got coming up? Sevilla in the Champions League. We have City and Tottenham a little bit later on. But yeah, thanks for watching. My name has been Simpzy. Unfortunately, we lost against United, but the United fan in me makes me not too upset. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Goodbye. Mahrez whips it into the box. Royce! That is just ridiculous. With the layup, Marco Royce. Holy shit.